Hello everyone. This is William Armstrong. I want to make a video about Kodak zinc batteries I brought at a store called City Trends in my town that sells these. They sell them in AA and AAA formats, but I've never seen a C or D cell version of Kodak zinc batteries. These batteries are super heavy duty zinc, and it says PB. The PB means lead in the periodic table of elements, is the atomic name for lead, known as PB in the periodic table of elements. And I have Kodak alkaline, Supermax alkaline batteries down below that are meant for high drain devices. But I have looked up online about zinc carbon batteries, about they have low capacity and things like that, meaning they're not meant for high drain devices like digital cameras, game controllers, or headsets. It clearly states above at the top up here, if I can just zoom in a bit, it says, whoa, it gets a little blurry. It says here, excellent for low drain products. Kodak zinc batteries are not suitable for game controllers, gaming headset, and high drain devices. We recommend using Kodak alkaline batteries. My big question is, I know that zinc carbon is meant for low drain devices like clocks, radios, flashlights, stuff like that, but these are just PVC, polyvinyl chloride batteries. Well, what I mean by polyvinyl chloride is that the labeling is polyvinyl chloride based with a zinc can underneath the polyvinyl chloride shrinking label, like the shrink wrap label that's put over the battery during manufacture. These are the ones with the polyvinyl chloride jacket over them instead of the metal jacket. And these batteries do work because they're fresh, but their expiration date is May 2026, and these are manufactured in 2023. And these are sold at City Trends or some other stores, but it says 3-year guarantee. These are 30 in a pack I brought on Tuesday of this week before Christmas. I also have the AAA version right here. The AAA version and the AA version of them, and these are sealed differently. I'm not going to open these, I'm not. It's just that these are sealed with the zinc can, with the positive end crimped around, or with the positive end with the zinc can crimped around the positive top. But I have made a video back in 2009, a decade ago, about Sunbeam Mighty Cell batteries that exploded in Canada, where a parent had a child's toy where the batteries were in, and the batteries made a loud pop noise, and the pole that was in the center of the battery shot out of the battery and shot across the room. It could have hit a child in the child's face. But in PEI, in Prince Edward Island, or PEI in Canada, there was a product recall of Sunbeam Mighty Cell batteries that would just explode when removed from a child's toy. There could also be a fire hazard. This was back in 2009. I made a video talking about it. Just because back in 2010, 2011, I saw Sunbeam batteries sold here in America that are not Sunbeam Mighty Cell batteries. Instead, in Canada, they're called Sunbeam Mighty Cell, but in America, they're just called Sunbeam batteries. And years and years later, I shouldn't say years and years later, I should say years later in 2023, I end up seeing Kodak batteries sold in America with Kodak branding on them. Kodak mostly sells Kodak branding is usually put on batteries sold in the UK, though. It's very rare to see these in America in some stores. Very rare. The alkalines that have the Kodak branding are also rare, too. They're very rare. My aunt got the Kodak alkaline ones herself for our household. Well, for the household that me and my mom are in. Well, for the household where I'm with her, where I live with her. But These are the alkalines that are in blue and yellow, and these are the zinc carbon red and yellow that are completely different. The icons indicate that they're useful for a flashlight, clock, smoke detector, and remote, or low drain devices. These would work perfectly in a cordless mouse that uses 100 milliamps of current. And I think the keyboard also uses 100 milliamps of current, so these would work well in these. These would work well in it because the keyboard, the cordless PS2 mouse I made a video on, I brought from the thrift store. The Logitech F710 game controller, they all draw around 100 milliamps from a battery, so these might work in the controller and in mouse and keyboard as long as the current draw doesn't reach above 100 milliamps. If it goes above 100 milliamps, then it'll automatically just zap the carbon batteries into nothing. It'll just drain them flat quick. But this is William Armstrong signing out. See you next time. Bye-bye.